Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, there are position battles all over the field. And look, we talked about, as of late, our defensive line and how physical they are. You see Bear Alexander there, how big they are, led by Bear Alexander. But we talked about the other guys that are involved with this. Kobe Pepe, of course. You got freshmen like Carlon Jones. You got Gavin Myers. You got several guys that are just, kind of taking that leadership role and are moving and grooving as it relates to the defensive front. Now, there is, you're talking about our offensive line, how big these guys are. And, crazy and oddly enough, I listen to, Phil Steele has a magazine that comes out every year. And he talked about USC. And one of the things that he talked about USC, he said last year that USC had one of the best offensive lines last year coming into the season. However, one of the things that he said was there were some things that kind of went missing that a lot of people didn't pay attention, which is one of the things that I brought up to you specifically after the Holiday Bowl, when we saw that Miller Moss and we saw the team come together. We saw the offensive line play a little bit different, and I think you can attribute that to, Miller Moss wasn't holding on to the ball. You guys remember I told you that he was getting that ball out of his hands very, very quickly, and as a result, it wasn't causing a lot of stress on our offensive line. And so you didn't see guys holding blocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. And so I think that when you look at what Phil Steele had to say about our offensive line, I think that USC actually has an offensive line that can once again commit to the run and commit to it at a more frequent rate. Last year, USC averaged a little over 4 point yards per carry, which was pretty good. And you guys know, whether it was the Utah game, all we had to do was continue to run that ball. Even the Washington game, continue to run, and USC would have had success. And so I think that USC this year, they have an offensive line that's going to be sneaky good, led by this guy. His film has been all over his picture rather has been all over social media, and that's Elijah Page. They say, making reference to him, being an AI generated type of pitcher because he's like 6'7", 320 pounds, looks like a monster. But, it's going to be led by him, man. Of course, with Jonah Monheim as well at the center position. And, of course, there's some battles going on. We're hearing good things now about a guy like Michael Benuelas now that he's getting a little bit better from his injury. And then, of course, you got guys like Eleni Noah who's going to be fighting for that guard position. But at any rate, USC will be a team that can absolutely commit to the run. Everybody sees it now. We were kind of the laughing stock, not physical enough, but now you see a team that's physical, a team that's bigger than a lot of people, a lot of teams. And I think USC, led by a guy like Elijah Page, can absolutely commit to the run. Now, there are under the radar battles all over the field. Battles that I want to talk about is the linebacker position. And as of now, you hear rumblings out of the practices that it's Mason Cobb and Eason Mascherano, Oregon State transfer. Those are the guys that are actually leading right now when you talk about taking the first team snaps with the inside linebacker drill, one at the mic and one at the wheel. However, there was a battle not only in the offensive line, there's a battle in the linebacker spot as well. And when you look at those guys, yeah, absolutely. Iron sharpens iron. You want the best guys to push you. But they got some guys right on their tracks. And I think that USC is going to have a major decision to make when you're talking about linebacker position. And you see here is a picture of Rajon Davis. I actually posted this picture on my Twitter yesterday and said Rajon Davis has clearly been hitting the weight. And, I talked to his dad, said he's up to about 230 pounds. And it's pretty apparent, evident that Rajon Davis has absolutely been going hard in the weight room. So you got guys like Rajon Davis and, of course, Eric Gentry that are immediately right there on the tracks of Mason Cobb and Eason Mascherano Arnold. And so I think that, look, it's going to be, and you talk about Eric Gentry, you hear reports that it looks like he's having incredible fun right now. He looks bigger, stronger, he looks faster. Nothing but good things are coming from a guy like Eric Gentry that I hear. And then I hear Rajon Davis. I hear that he had an interception yesterday in practice. And I think right now, he's doing his thing right now. You see how physically strong he is. He's putting in the work. He was hampered by a wrist or a hand injury, but now he looks like he's back in full go mode. So look, man, you guys can hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me what you think. This thing is really heating up to be extremely exciting. I mean, there are battles all over the field, and I think it's going to be straight up go time. Even when you look at the receiver group, you see here PFF, this is what the projected starters are for this year. And they got a couple of things right, but they are sleeping on a couple of players. And this is really kind of lets you know that how well the national media knows USC roster. They don't know it as well as they should know it. And that just shows you they don't really do their due diligence, because this is the projected roster. You see Miller Moss, Woody Marks, which I agree, Zach Branch, Jacoby Lane, Deuce Robinson, and Leighton McCree. But, you know, we have way more receivers. Those are just the notable names, the names that cause us buzz. But if they really watch this team, they would understand that we have other guys like this guy, which is Makai Lemon. I think Makai Lemon is going to be the April surprise for everybody, man. Look, Makai Lemon has got some serious dog in him. We saw it. I saw it when he went to Florida, played against that team in Florida when he was with Los Alamitos. And look, man, when he came here, he has what I call absolute dog in him, a Monse Brown type of attitude and physicality. I think that they're going to be surprised, you know, from the national perspective when they see a guy like him. There's something about when he gets the ball, he has a different type of bounce in his step. He goes sideline to sideline, lateral movement, but he's not on, you know, I mean, he causes guys to miss. You never know which angles he comes from because he cuts on the dime, he cuts so quick. And Makai Lemon is actually going to be my sleeper player of the year, and I'm calling it right now. I think he could be the best receiver on this team, hands down, this year. Like I said, he's a Monse Brown all over again. And certain people have it, certain guys have it. Monse Brown has that attitude, but Makai Lemon has that same type of tenacity and attitude that a Monse Brown has, man. So you guys should drop those comments. There are battles all over the field this year. We can go on and on and on about how many battles we see on the field. But look, it's straight up go time. So hit me in the comments. You tell me what you think. It's USCJ32 on Instagram. There's another padded practice today. I may go live today, later on. But hit me in the comments. Let me know, which battle are you most excited about? Is it the offensive line battle? Is it the safety battle, which is extremely tough? Is it the wide receiver battle? Is it the D tackle battle? Is it the linebacker battle? Which battles are you most excited about with this USC football Trojans? Until later on, I'm out of here. Everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.